National Assembly members-elect meet President Tinubu, express readiness to support executive.
Nation building is a joint task.
President Tinubu approves constitutional amendment bill on retirement age and pension rights for judicial officers. Farmers request consideration and assistance amid removal of subsidy.
The withdrawal of the subsidy, even the discussions ongoing, farmers are not on the table.
Hello and welcome to NTA Network News. We are live in Abuja. I am Jummai Yusuf. Hingino John Adams joins me from our Lagos Networks Center. Thanks for joining us. You can follow these news broadcasts live on our website at nta/live.ng or any of our social media handles displayed on the screen for updates. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has signed into law the constitutional amendment bill on retirement age and pension rights of judicial officers. With the signing of the amendment bill, retirement age and pension rights of judicial officers have been effectively brought into uniformity and other related matters. President Tinubu pledged his administration's dedication to strengthening the judiciary, ensuring the rule of law and empowering judicial officers to execute their responsibilities effectively. Prospective members of the 10th National Assembly are expressing readiness to provide necessary support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu when the Assembly is inaugurated. The assurance is part of the gains of a meeting the incoming lawmakers had with the President at the State House Conference Center, Abuja. State House correspondent Musba'u Danwahab reports.
Rearing to go on a sound footing too, President Bola Tinubu is searching for legislative partnership to help his administration succeed. And these are the potential members of a soon-to-be constituted 10th Assembly, the yet missing piece in the tripod of national government. There is a huge task ahead, and so too are the expectations of Nigerians. And in this task, the President and his team clearly understand there is no place for political division.
Nation building is a joint task. And in that same motto that Mr. President is extending his hand of fellowship to all members.
Further discussions were behind closed doors, but in the end, President Tinubu has apparently succeeded as he seeks the hands of the legislators-elect in his Renewed Hope project.
Mr. President has extended an olive branch to all members of the National Assembly, irrespective of political parties, to coalesce into a single post with a view to moving the Nigerian project forward.
We must put Nigeria forward. We must do Project Nigeria, just as the President has appealed to us. The most important thing is bringing dividends of democracy to our people.
The meeting in itself means more to the incoming members of the Assembly.
I have never knew that this man is so prepared to serve this country. I saw the love, I saw the character, I saw the charisma, the belief that Nigeria can be a better nation.
When the president uses the words like please and I beg you, it means humility. It means leadership. A leader that is not afraid to plead, to ask that you join him in this joint task. Is a leader that all of us have decided to follow. And I can assure you the National Assembly will not fail the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who means well.
The 10th Assembly is scheduled to be inaugurated next week, and Nigerians will only have to wait to see the gains of the executive-legislative partnership manifest. From the State House, Musba'u Danwahab, NTA News.
In another development, the Coalition of United Political Parties, CUP, says the coast is now getting clearer and all is set for a landslide victory for the Tajuddin Abbas and Benjamin Kalu ticket as Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the 10th National Assembly. COP spokesman and PDP House member-elect Ikenga Ugochinyere briefed the media in Abuja. Ikenga, who is also the communication advisor Tajuddin Kalu Ticket, disclosed that the popularity of the DOA followed endorsement and support of 106 out of 141 lawmakers elect from Northwest and North Central, 72 out of 92 lawmakers elect from the Northwest Zone, and 32 out of 51 North Central lawmakers who declared their support at the ongoing zonal caucuses meeting by Abbas and Kalu.
This ongoing process is yielding this positive result because of the hard work Tajuddin Abbas and Benjamin Kal have put into the process. They have knocked on doors, they have reached out to lawmakers from all sides, all divides, across all ethnic and religious lines, and across all political divide. And the response is what you are seeing with this massive endorsement and pledging of vote that is happening across all zones in the country.
He explained that the meeting, which was held in Abuja for Northwest lawmakers and North Central lawmakers, involved all the states on a zonal basis. Now, Senate has approved the reimbursement of 6.7 billion naira to Kebbi State for federal government road projects executed by the state government. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Unko has details.
Last legislative business of the 9th Senate. Only 2 reports on the order paper for consideration. One of them is the report of the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debt on the request to refund Kebbi State government 6.7 billion naira for projects executed on behalf of the federal government.
That the committee recommends that the Senate do approve the promissory notes and bond issuance to settle outstanding claims and liabilities of Kebbi State government.
Those in favor will say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Senate stepped down the report of its other committee that investigated the implementation of the 2021 and 2022 budgets of the Niger Delta Development Commission.
So there is a motion that will stand down the consideration of the report, moved by Senator Uche Ukunife. So those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Chairman, thank you very much for your work. You are constrained. You didn't fail to do the work. You are constrained.
Senate paid tribute to former senator who represented Anambra Central, Annie Okonkwo, who died Wednesday this week. Senator Uche Ekwunife moved the motion.
We lost one of our finest men, one of the greatest heroes of Igbo land.
Complete gentleman, very unassuming, very productive, a team player.
Senate will hold its valedictory session on Saturday, the 10th of June, 2023, from the National Assembly. Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
Now let's bring you up to speed with other news. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, applauds the National Assembly for the passage of the Police Pension Board Bill and the Nigerian Police Force College Training School and Institution Establishment Bill. In a statement, the IGP describes the passage of the 2 critical bills as milestone achievement with positive impact that will redefine the act of policing the country, standardize the training capacity of the force, enhance police productivity, and address the recurring pension-related hardship. Meanwhile, in line with international best practices, the Nigerian police force is prioritizing effective policing of minors. Francis Fom was at the unveiling of a standard operating procedure to this effect and now reports.
Child-friendly procedures that are sensitive and responsive to the needs of children and age-specific is the crux of this new process.
We hereby launch standard operating procedure for handling cases involving victims and witnesses of crime involving children.
The procedure is knee on the type of language deployed, arrest and interrogations devoid of intimidation as well as trauma sensitivity.
Today's adoption is an important step to ensure that procedures are sensitive, adapted and responsive to the specific needs of children.
We urge governments to enforce Section 207 of the Child Rights Act that was passed in 2003 by clearly establishing units in all of the state commands.
So this is an addition to what we have. It will guide us It will direct us and our practice in contact with children as law enforcement officers.
I must say here that the Nigerian police has benefited immensely from this robust partnership with UNICEF, and we are indeed grateful for the support given so far.
Developed by a collaboration of the UNICEF and other development partners, IGP Usman Alkali Baba advocates for holistic societal approach to tackling the issues of child abuse and children welfare. Francis from NTA News.
The federal government has declared Monday, June 12, 2023 as public holiday in commemoration of this year's Democracy Day celebration. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, Dr. Oluwatoyin Akinlade, in a statement, the federal government congratulates all Nigerians on this occasion. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, says the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will work for a more united Nigeria that will project the nation's diversity as a source of strength. This was when the delegation of North Central Governors Forum, led by its chairman, Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State, paid him a solidarity visit. George Akume urged Nigerians to keep faith with the federal government to deliver the dividends of democracy across geopolitical zones.
My brother governors from the North Central Zone, in their wisdom, they decided to pay this courtesy call on one of their own. I feel very, very delighted.
We believe and we feel, as the governors, we must come united from the North Central and continue to support our leader. So we came to congratulate him first, to encourage him to do the best he can for the nation.
This is NTA Network News. Farmers request consideration and assistance amid removal of subsidy. This and more after this break. You're watching NTA Network News. State governors have started leveraging on the open door policy being demonstrated by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Correspondent Musbah Wahab reports that it was the turn of some governors from the opposition party who visited the State House this Thursday.
We have to work.
Engendering governments of national healing is one of the promises of President Bola Tinubu at inauguration. That is apparently a blank check states governors from across political divides now hasten to leverage on. Governors of Plateau, Akwa Ibom and Enugu states on the platform of a PDP took turns to seek partnership with the national governments.
Calabar to road, we will need the president to help us intervene and let's get that, finish the road. We talked about our Ibom deep sea port. We will need the president to also intervene and let's get the seaport.
We have a number of dormant assets in Enugu which we believe, partnering with the federal government, were able to transform them into productive assets.
Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, who is seeking freedom for his people from the shackles of non-state actors, is also asking for support of the federal government in this regard.
We've banned the sit-at-home on Mondays in Enugu, and obviously what that means is that we will of course need to, heighten our security, tackle the challenges that would flow from that. You know that the Southeast has made a collective demand to have Nnamdi Kanu released, and we basically identified with that.
Members of the defunct G5 governors were also at the State House.
To let the president know what we stood for: fairness, justice, and equity, and we haven't changed.
Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State remains the only serving governor out of the G5. From the State House, Musbah and Wahab, NTA News.
The Presidential Election Petition Court says it will rule on objection to the admissibility of Atiku's subpoenaed witnesses' statements raised by President Tinubu, INEC and APC Council in the final judgment. Austin Anyabe reports that this was the decision of the court after Council argued on the ground of the objection.
Tendering of the subpoenaed witnesses' statements by Chris Uche, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, was challenged by Wole Olanipekun, Abubakar Mahmood, and Lateef Fagbemi, all Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who are counsel to the respondents in the petition challenging the outcome of the February 25th election. It was argued that admitting the written statement not forwarded in the petition contradict paragraph 4, subsection 5, ABC of the first schedule to the Electoral Act 2022 as amended, citing several Supreme and Court of Appeal decisions on the matter. But Chris Uche, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, contended that all their citations support his position and urged the court to discountenance their argument and overrule their objections. He cited some provisions of the Federal High Court rules which support his case. At the end of their argument, the court ruled that it will give its ruling during the final judgment. To this end, the petitioners proceeded to call two supreme witnesses who were INEC ad hoc staff during the February 25th election. They include one Egboma Omachunu Friday, who served as presiding officer of polling unit 017 Ward 3, Aba North, Abia State, and one Grace Timothy of Dawaki Village, Kante local government area in Plateau State. They told the court during cross-examination that the exercise in their polling units went smoothly, but after collation of results, they could not upload results to the IREV, hence snapped the results and handed it together with other sensitive materials to the ward presiding officers. Atiku Abubakar has so far called 13 witnesses as a Thursday sitting, with more to be called Friday 9th June 2023. At Thursday sitting, the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Gregory Obi, continued with presentation of more witnesses and tendering of relevant certified true copies of electoral materials obtained from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to prove his case of electoral fraud in the February 25th, 2023 presidential election. In Abuja, Austin Anyebe, NTA News.
Now, farmers in Nigeria have appealed to the federal government to consider their plight while negotiating and providing palliative to cushion the effect of forced subsidy removal. The farmers, under an umbrella of commodity associations, pledged support to government policies and programs towards boosting the country's food production. Musa Baba Aliu reports.
Issues relating to subsidy removal and measures to cushion its impacts have been on the front burner under the present administration. Negotiations between labor leaders and trade union organizations are being intensified to ensure the support of Nigerians for the initiative by the federal government and make a positive way forward. But farmers believe that they also have a crucial role to play, considering the amount of fuel needed in food production and processing value chain daily.
The withdrawal of the subsidy, even the discussions ongoing, farmers are not on the table. It's only the same urban-based farmers, and then whatever palliatives are likely to come will go straight to them.
Apart from the request for palliative, they also appealed for the release of funds for 2023 wet season farming activities.
The much celebrated Anko-Bra program has ceased, and the farmers are left to their own designs. And then, of course, like we said, the devastating flood has robbed them of even the little that they could have had, from their small efforts, through their little savings and whatever they could scavenge. Now another rain is here.
There is also appeal on the need for government to review and improve on the central bank Anko Borrowers program.
As of today, a bag of fertilizer is 50,000, and most of the small-scale women farmers at the rural areas, they can't afford that.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu during his inauguration said enabling environment will be provided to farmers to scale up food production and poverty eradication in rural areas. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
To education matters, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, says it has rolled out modalities to absorb returnee students from wartime countries into Nigerian universities. The modalities are follow-ups to the high-level meeting between the Federal Ministry of Education, Federal Ministry of Health, Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Nigeria in Diaspora Commission, NITCAM, National Universities Commission, NUC, and other critical stakeholders on the integration of returnee Nigerian students from wartime countries into the nation's tertiary education system. Presenting the modalities, JAMB Registrar Professor Ishaq Olayade says it is imperative to hold talks with the Vice-Chancellors following the peculiarities of each university and the variation in the responses received from them on the matter. He notes that the meeting is to fashion out uniform standards and minimum acceptable benchmarks for the proposed absorption in line with global best practices. Borno State Governor Babagana Umara Zulum has expressed the need for the reopening of the barricaded lane along Air Force Base Maiduguri, a major dual carriage road leading into the state capital. This was during a visit to the Gomari Airport section of the Maiduguri-Damaturu Expressway, which has become notorious for multiple accidents allegedly caused by closure of one lane by the Nigerian Air Force more than 7 years ago due to the insurgency. Mohamed Goni reports.
The Nigerian Air Force allegedly closed the road at the wake of Boko Haram insurgency when the terrorists were attacking the military in Maiduguri. Governor Zulum visited the highway after a car accident involving Toyota Hiace and a tricycle, claiming 2 lives, with 4 others sustaining various degrees of injury. While sympathizing with the victims and residents for the hardship faced as a result of the closure of the road, Governor Zulum assured that his administration will open the other lane of the express road to avert the loss of lives in the future.
We shall liaise with the Nigerian Air Force to look into the possibility of reopening this road very soon. Our ability to the community to become calm, government shall inshallah come to their aid very soon.
During Governor Zulum's visit, residents complained about the road closure and the consequences, calling on Governor Zulum to take urgent steps to address the issue and prevent similar accidents from occurring in future. In Maiduguri, Mohamed Goni, NTA News.
Time now to join Hingino in our Lagos Next Network Center for more on NTA Network News. Hello, Hingino.
With 1 billion people to sustain through ocean resources and ocean-based industries and trade, the ocean definitely needs to be protected from actions that could destroy its vast ecosystem. To this end, environmentalists, oceanographers and marine scientists are using this year's World Ocean Day with the theme Tides Are Changing to emphasize that humanity is at risk if ocean protection is not taken seriously. Larry Belay reports.
Daddy, uncle, aunt, please, I'm begging you not to pollute the ocean, because once you pollute the ocean, it will affect the fishes and it will affect us.
The ocean covers 70% of the planet, and humanity relies utterly on it for survival, hence the need for its protection. Conservationists say massive education and initiatives are needed to create more awareness on this, especially amongst young Nigerians. Some civil society organizations are already collaborating with government agencies on this.
The mistakes we made, the attitudinal problem we had, we have to make sure that we don't pass it on to them. And because we're now being confronted with this issue, it's going to affect them more than us.
World Ocean Day is held every year to raise awareness on the vital importance of oceans and the role they play in sustaining a healthy planet.
Trying to encourage proper use of the ocean so that we have safe food from our ocean, so that our fish will not be contaminated with plastic and other things, and that we'll be sure that the ocean will be sustainable, and whatever we get from the ocean will even help to sustain livelihood on the earth.
The ocean is what you give in, it will bring back to you. If you don't clean your environment, if you dispose waste indiscriminately, it's going to block our drainages, our canals, and gets into the ocean.
The 2023 theme is highlighting how decision makers, scientists, industries, individuals and communities can join forces to pursue sustainable actions to protect the ocean for humanity's survival. In Lagos, Larry Bilayi, NTA News.
All is now set for the second season of the StarTimes dating game show, Hello, Mr. Right. While unveiling the TV program in Lagos, management of StarTimes promised an upgrade from the maiden edition with lots of mouth-watering cash prizes to be won. Larry Bilayi again reports.
It's been 8 weeks of production tour to 4 cities in the country. With over 1,000 candidates interviewed, 90 were given the thumbs up to participate. It's now time to begin the show for young, single Nigerians who are ready to mingle.
It's something that will really explore the true Nigerian, the way we express love, and the way we engage our fellow human being and all that.
Chief Operating Officer of StarTimes in Nigeria, Tunde Ainose, is providing quality content that we entertain and give opportunities to viewers as the mandate of the show.
We are trying to develop local formats that are relevant to the issues in our society, and we hope that we'll be able to touch our audience.
The head of media for StarTimes, Lily Meng, reviewed the newly introduced features for Season 2.
However, this Season 2 is upgrade in all aspects, such as, for example, very, very attractive cash prizes. We also have designed this kind of cash out and cash back, which we never designed for the Season 1.
The collaboration between StarTimes and Nigerian Television Authority has been working wonders with this Hello Mr. Right program that's going to be on here from Saturday. I have with me here the Zonal Director of Nigerian Television Authority here in Lagos, representing the DG of NTA.
What you're seeing today and what everybody has seen on the StarTimes platform is a culmination of the collaborative effort, or the collaboration between NTA and StarTimes.
The second season of the dating game show Hello, Mr. Right will be heard on StarTimes channels, including its major partners, from the 10th of June 2023.
Do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on your screen for updates. Time now for some messages.
You're welcome back. The use of news reportage and programming to solve problems with equitable narrative to foster national cohesion continues to take the front burner at major media parley. The latest is at a close-out event of the Solutions Journalism Africa Initiative, a project implemented by the Nigeria Health Watch with support from Solutions Journalism Network for media houses and journalists across the country. Olushe Adebo has details.
Journalism is about storytelling, going beyond days. Nigeria Health Watch, through the concept of solution journalism, is making a shift to solving societal problems, sniffing out good solutions, and creating meaningful dialogues. The project implementation in Nigeria says submissions from series of deliverables from 30 media houses and more than 90 journalists, with gains and sustainability plans of the project in focus.
Solutions journalism-oriented news reporting looks at how individuals, communities, organizations are finding solutions to many of the social problems we have in Nigeria.
Beyond the problems, there are people who are going out of their ways to solve these problems. It's important to share their stories so others can learn from what they are doing.
The Nigeria Television Authority is among the partners, and from the Africa's largest TV network, giving commitment to the project is not negotiable.
The NTA is a product of an act of parliament. We have the mandate to protect the integrity of this country. That is why I was commending Sojo Nigeria for this initiative, to reorientate our people, to begin to tilt towards development journalism.
Usman Aliyu and Yeje Nisasitu are among the journalists imparted with the teachings and solutions reporting, and for them, the knowledge gained is driving them to be more patriotic in their career. In Abuja, Olushaye Adiagbo, NTA News.
Now it's time to do business with Benny Adams on Business News. Hello, Benny.
Thank you, Jummai, and welcome to Business. With federal government's recent approval of the National Blockchain Policy for implementation, the Nigeria Data Protection Bureau is taking steps to protect national, business, and individual data from any form of manipulation while pushing for transparency in the flow of data. This has been achieved in collaboration with tech hubs.
They're encouraging people to build solutions around ID, identity, around security, around humanitarian aid transfer solution like we talk about, around a lot of things that are speaking to our local problems.
Any organization that collects data and utilizes data, consumes data, processes it, either on any vertical, should come and be compliant.
Before you go out to collect data, you must have data protection officers. Not just to collect data without having somebody responsible with the conscience of the organization in terms of data privacy and protection.
The data protection industry in Nigeria has contributed 5.5 billion naira to the country's GDP, making Nigeria the leading country in data protection on the continent. At the end of today's trading on the exchange, a total of 553.1 million shares in 6,061 deals corresponding to a market value of 7.7 billion naira were traded. Compared with the previous trading day, Wednesday, June 7, today's data shows 34% improvement in volume, 18% improvement in turnover, and 8% improvement in deals. The current market capitalization is 30.5 trillion naira. United Bank for Africa recorded the highest volume of 177 million traded shares, followed by NPF Microfinance Bank, 51.8 million, and Access Holdings, 32.1 million. Well, that is business news. Jummai, it's nice business with you.
As always, Benny, thank you. Now, the first batch of intending Muslim pilgrims from Gombe State participating in this year's Hajj exercise have departed for Saudi Arabia. Emmanuel Akilia reports that Governor Muhammad Inua Yahya charged them to pray for the peace and prosperity of Nigeria.
After meeting all the travel requirements, the first batch bought Max Air from Gombe International Airport and departed for Saudi Arabia at about 8 o'clock Wednesday evening. During a farewell ceremony, Governor Muhammad Inua Yahya admonished the Gombe State contingents to be good ambassadors of not only the state but the country.
They really represent not only the state but the entire nation. So I urge them to be law-abiding and be good ambassadors. We urge them to go together and above all to pray for this country.
Leadership of Gombe State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board is confident that Nigerians from the state have received the needed orientation to abide by the regulations required for a hitch-free Hajj exercise.
We on our part, the chairman of the board and the members of the board, give the pledge that we will justify the confidence that the governor has given on us and go with the pilgrims from Gombe State safely and come back with them safely.
We have obtained our visas for our pilgrims, we have obtained their BTA, we have obtained even the yellow card. Everybody has his own yellow card and everybody is vaccinated.
Those sponsored by the state government are appreciative of the rare opportunity to perform one of the pillars of Islam.
I received it with joy and happiness. In fact, I couldn't sleep that night when I was given I was told that I'm going to be part of those people going to for this year's Hajj.
2,558 people will be airlifted from Gombe State to participate in the 2023 Hajj exercise in Gombe. Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
In recognition of the role for education for children and youth with disability, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development organized an event in line with this year's 2023 Children's Day celebration to promote inclusivity. Ruth Aguele reports that the theme is more money for primary education, impact and effect on children and youth with disabilities.
I was in school when I began to feel I can't see with my left eye, so we went to the hospital for glasses. They kept giving us glasses. They never knew it was a brain tumor. I had an operation. After the radiotherapy, I lost my memory. Then last year I regained it, but I noticed I was blind.
It is one too many for Winnie Maffer, who is only 17.
Her dream is to become a lawyer someday, a path she believes can be achieved through quality education for persons with disabilities. Winnie is one out of many children with disabilities who are being recognized today by the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development as part of commitment to protect their rights, promote inclusivity and equity through education for all.
Although a lot has been achieved in the implementation of the Child Rights Act, discrimination against persons with disabilities, however, much still needs to be desired to be achieved.
Up to today, you still have conventional schools that are mainly for persons with disabilities. So this proof that there is that recognition as regards to people living with disabilities.
My wish for Nigeria is to be a better country and to serve Nigeria with all my strength.
A reminder for a call to action. The goal is to increase awareness to ensure the potential of every child is expressed and promote actions targeted at addressing the plights of children with disabilities. In Abuja, Ruth Aguwele, NTA News.
Time for another break. Sports and... You're welcome back. The Director General Nigerian Tourism Development Authority, Folarunsho Koka, says with the induction of the Jewel, an international bikers club, into Nigeria's tourism calendar, domestic tourism will be positively projected to the global community. Oyinaya Kalu Oka has the details.
They are professionals in different fields from West African countries and other parts of the world, united with a passion for biking. With hundreds of members, the bikers are touring different communities around the world aimed at promoting tourism. While at the tourism headquarters, the Jewel bikers who rode from Lagos to Abuja, heading to Gombe State for Bikes and Double Festival, told the Director General NTA that they will use the opportunity to create content about Nigerians' rich cultural heritage.
Bikers contribute a significant amount of word-of-mouth advertisement of tourism in Nigeria. We travel all over the country. We travel within the region, West African sub-region. So there are information that we normally give out. Scenic views, great videos, pictures, gastronomy, we do contribute a lot.
The DG NTDA said the ride across the country serves as a testament to the safety of travel within Nigeria.
And send us content, send us images that we can use to promote both what you're doing and promote our country for other people to come and join you. And it is in the positive images that we screen through the social media platforms that we have that will start to reverse both the conversation about Nigeria being a dangerous place that people don't want to go to when they see bikers riding like they ride in America, in Europe. They see bikers in Nigeria riding to places like Gombe.
The Bikers and Doba Festival is expected to take place from the 8th to 12th of June in Gombe State. Oyinaya Kalu Oka, NTA News.
Sport update is next.
Joseph Jummai of Nigeria Thursday progressed to the quarterfinals of the second week of the ongoing International Tennis Federation World Tennis Tour Juniors in Abuja after a comfortable 6-4, 6-love win against John Anderson of Australia. Week 1 winner Daniel Adeleye also recorded an emphatic 6-1, 6-1 victory over Kim Gon Kim of South Korea. In other results, top seed Abubakari Yakubu Leah of Ghana secured his spot in the quarterfinals after a hard-fought 6-love, 4-6, 6-1 win against Bolahon Oladipupo of Nigeria, while Ikenno Okonkwo got the better of another Nigerian, Michael Akinmusire, 6-2, 6-1 in the boys singles category. The tournament ends Sunday in Abuja. Nigeria's favour says through to the finals of the men's 100 meters event at the ongoing National Collegiate Athletics Association Track and Field Championships in Austin, USA, as he broke the 10 seconds barrier and hit 2 of the semi-finals to win in a time of 9.96 seconds. In the same vein, Gosin Ogenebrume secured his place in Friday's final with a 9.93 seconds win in hit 3 to become only the 14th Nigerian sprinter to run a sub-under 10 in the 100 meters at the NCAA Track and Field Championships. Another Nigerian, Udodi Onwuzurike, with a time of 10.04 seconds also qualified for the final. In the meantime, the second Chief of Defense Staff National Open Karate Championships got underway Thursday at the Package B of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja, with about 300 participants drawn from all states across the country and the FCT.
We were having the second edition of the championship starting today, which is a build-up from where we started last year. And we expect that this will be more exciting, more entertaining than the first edition.
The two-day ranked event Factor 6 Championship focuses on enhancing military and civil relationship through karate. With sports updates, I am Chukunonso Mwabweze, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu expresses sadness over the death of a foremost Kano-based Imam, Sheikh Nasir Muhammad Nasir, aged 87. In a statement by the Director Press, Abiodun Oladunjoye, the President described the death of the religious leader as a loss for the country in view of his contribution to the spread of love, knowledge and righteousness. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu condoles with the family of the deceased, his followers, the emirs of Kano and Bichi, as well as the Kano state government, and prays for the repose of the soul of the departed. Now, a quick check on the weather prospect for Friday for Nigeria and other parts of the world is next.
Welcome to Friday's weather forecast. We expect morning thunderstorms to affect parts of Lagos, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, including parts of Imo, Abia, Anambra, Enugu, Edo, and Ogun states. Other places expected to experience morning thunderstorms includes Kogi, the Federal Capital Territory, Nasarawa, as well as parts of Taraba, Adamawa, Borno, Gombe, Bauchi, and Yobe states. By afternoon and evening hours, with sufficient moisture and convective available potential energy, there are better prospects of thunderstorms to affect most parts of the southern region, the north central, and the northern region of the country. That's our bit from here. I'm Theodora Itzum. Thank you for watching.
That's it on the news. Thank you so much for watching. I am Jummai Yusuf.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
NTA Parliament is a dedicated 24-hour channel that broadcasts activities of the Nigerian Senate,